You know, Dirk told me that Seth told him a story about how they used to make fun of you shooting in the driveway.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta hear this one.
Me and Seth growing up.
Seth older. Is he older?
I'm older.
Oh,
so he's 2 years younger. And we had full reign until my mom, we heard her voice, it's time to come in. But like, she'd have to pull us off the court unless I called a foul on Seth and he's like, I ain't foul you. And he'd steal the ball, tuck it under his arm. And unless I gave him a call, he'd tell me I was cheating and he would bounce.
Go ahead.
And so it was like the little brother, big brother, like, I want to keep playing.
So you're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the same as my brother in baseball when we were kids. My younger brother, I get him out, he'd be like, okay, I'm going in. Okay, you can go up again.
No,
Exactly.
Like,
Do you want to play?
I want to play. But he was competitive. He wanted to beat me, but he never could. So he'd be like, nah, you cheating, man, nah. Yeah. But that was the part of the healthy brother-sibling rivalry that was amazing. Now, fast forward. Hopefully get to share the court as teammates.
That's crazy, that's great.
Yeah.
Just need to get your dad on the broadcasting team.
That part.
You gotta bring Eric too then. You gotta bring his counterpart because he is fucking hilarious.
There's a clip, a highlight of all his famous calls or whatever, and there's a game Kemba scores, hit a three in like the first quarter and they're down like 8, but he acted like it was a game winner. And just the volume he went to. My dad texts us all the time, like, yo,
he is hilarious.
He had some gems tonight for
Yeah, for sure. He's great. I like that guy.
How do you do?
No, he's fucking hilarious.
That is what sports is supposed to be about.
What makes Steph the greatest shooter of all time, besides them shits going in?
That matters.
Obviously. Besides them shits going in, first of all, I told you this, I told him last summer, I said, every time you shoot the ball, I think it's going in. Yeah. Every time you shoot, I think it's going in. Every time, still to this day. But his ability to be able to run pick and roll, play one-on-one, but more importantly, get off the ball as well. That makes him the greatest. Me and a few of our friends, we had a group chat. We was talking about Ohtani the other night, and one of our friends, he said, "If I sent y'all a message and said that a guy struck out 10 batters in the NLCS, you guys would be like, oh, that was a hell of a game by that pitcher. Wow." And then if I sent a separate text and said in that same game, another guy came in and had 3 home runs in that same game. No. He said, no. The same guy did that. He did both of those.
It's the same game.
He did both of those. So what makes Steph one of the most dangerous players of all time is the fact that you're gonna get it in so many different ways. I'm gonna come down to semi-transition. If your pickup point is too low, bang. If I come off a high screen pick and roll and your big is not up to touch, bang. If you cover me well, I'm gonna get off the ball, and I don't care getting off the ball. A lot of guys will give in to getting off the ball because they feel uncomfortable with now moving.
And losing control.
That's a big deal.
And losing control. I wanna make every play, or I feel like, and not even like I wanna make every play, I feel like our team is most comfortable with me making the decisions. Okay, Steph, I'm getting off the ball. And and it's gonna find me because the energy that I'm gonna drag out for our team and for the fear of the opponent, I think that it makes him the greatest. Yeah. It makes him the greatest shooter of all time and one of the greatest threats in NBA history.
We got a couple more just because it's fun to hear you guys talk through this. But
This don't even make Wow. To your point, like if I ever just stop and give in to the physicality, then they got me, which it happened a lot in the series. But the idea of like always being on the move, you're somewhat of a threat because you have one guy for sure, maybe 2, sometimes 3 people worried about what your next move might be, trying to predict. And with all that chaos right there, with 6 people in the same area, like me just getting down below the free throw line, it just created gravity, right? That's the famous line. But
it also allows you guys to play with two quote-unquote non-shooters, which in today's league is almost impossible. But because the constant movement, you could play with Loon, you can play with Dre, and Draymond's had games. I think this is one of them where he made a bunch of threes, and he's obviously can do that. But those are classic non-shooters on the scouting report. And you still can be a highly effective and efficient offense.
You couldn't do that if it was just all pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll. Right. Because at some point the defense is they're gonna just shift. They're gonna shift all the way to the loaded side.
It's predictable. Sometimes I think like you're an off the ball player more than a pick and roll player, and that's a mistake. You're actually an elite pick and roll player. But because we're used to
spots,
so you do both. So now we've gone random pinch post to pass stuff, you screening, running up, head under the rim, taking it off, guys. To all of a sudden you go, hey, we need one. They scored, we get in the pick and roll. And now it's a whole nother type of coverage. And we haven't, whereas when I was playing, they're like, he's getting in pick and roll. And whether we switch and he's isoing or he's drawing the roll, they kind of know. There's a template here. Your template's like, twice as big.
And to your point, like this in the lineups that I was blessed to play with, that trust was built over, okay, if I give it up, to your point of like what's in the best interest of the team. Some teams, I get it. If you give it up, you might not get it back because you don't have another primary ball handler that can handle some ball pressure and still see the play. Yeah. And like me setting a screen on Clay, what you gonna do?
Right.
Yeah. But the ability for me to be able to set screen, make a decision, and have the energy to do it for 48.
That's the most impressive. And I know there's basketball savants and guys that know the game, whatever. But like I said, a lot of things that don't get discussed too is your conditioning. Mm-hmm. I talked about the strength earlier, but the conditioning, like, never looks tired. Never looks defeated, never looks tired. Out there, like for 48 minutes or however long you're out on the floor, is this constant pressure. And that is it's deflating for a defense. It's power to your teammates. He's one of the few guys that I've ever seen that can, like I said, get off the ball and turn his back on the ball. Mm-hmm. You don't see that.
And when he does that,
he gets the ball, turns his back, and starts running this way.
And literally, when he does that, that's when, oh shit.
Yeah, so as a defender, if my guy gets off the ball, throws it over here, and he's running over here, you're like, okay, let me open up, because you've been taught your whole life, ball you basket, ball you man, like point at him. He started running away like this. You're like, oh shit, yay, boom. And he's coming out this way, ball's finding him, and you like...
He thinks this shit's funny.
I love it. He thinks it's funny. So much, I love it.
Yeah, he thinks it's funny.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He's still going for it. Still, the guys are still going. But the problem is, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's nice to get a couple steals, get that extra yard or two of space. He's still gonna... Let's go, okay, I'll set a screen. What are you gonna do? Okay, I'll come off and I'll curl and someone gets a layup. Like,
you can't, it's impossible to defend. You just gotta hope.
Yeah.
You just gotta hope for some odd reason.
Enough of them don't go in.
Yeah, and somebody has tightened the rim to a point where it's like an invisible finger underneath the net and the rim. He shoots it and they just keep. Yeah, because you just gotta hope that it goes. Like, just certain players in our league, there's just certain guys over the course of the history of the game, no matter what you do, they still have an advantage.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them great. That's what makes greats great.
So just talking gravity, it's chaos. And this is a set play. This is a ghost screen.
Yeah, we ran it last year a little bit. It's just a matter of, inverting, pick and roll, and then I get to decide.
Do I screen?
Based on how my defender is, how close the guys guarding KD here, how much space I have on the weak side, whether I want to set it, get him downhill, go screen it out. Slight hold and slip late. There's a lot of options and a lot of different timing that I can control as a screener here.
But in this particular clip, you saw two things. You saw space to go screen, run into, and you felt him climb up.
On the high side.
On the high side.
You feel it on your left shoulder right there.
See one bad mistake right now. Run his back. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right to everything that you saw in this clip. And I'm glad this is behind the camera. Why are we this hugged up?
So So it's just amazing.
He sees it.
We could have ran that play 3 straight times and it'd have been a different coverage.
We should never be this hugged up here
Yeah.
with the two most dangerous guys on this side of the floor right here.
And to your point,
But
the game is
the
adapted
game,
now.
we're up. Listen, we're down
up
4.
in the gaps.
Yeah.
We're almost saying you can
Right.
throw the lob, but we'll give you a chance that we're in. We're saying
This guy, who's that? K-Love? K-Love's probably 2 steps to the right so that KD sees a body. He still might go downhill if I set a really good screen on you.
Yeah.
But at least he's showing himself early.
this picture. We never show that.
No,
anymore,
there's
right?
no
This-
chance. Too many body tight defenders right here.
Everyone's foot in the way.
You know, you just never know,
Space
too.
is
You look
everything.
at time and score, you're down 4, you know you got to get a stop, you're down 0-2. That also plays with the psyche, too. It's like, I got to be the one to get the stop instead of saying, we got to get a stop.
Yeah.
So, like, everybody, I'm on KD, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't, it's loud in
forget
here, I
everybody
don't
else.
fuck everybody else. If I don't get the stop, boom. I don't know if I'm being talked to right now. Hey, screen coming, square, stay square. Obviously, we're not doing anything back here. Everyone's, because, you know, shit, he don't know if he comes off and now there's a wide pin for Clay coming off here.
Yeah.
We're down 4, 30 seconds to go. If we don't get a stop here, the game is definitely over. So, yeah, we may not ever see this anymore. The game is not talked like this anymore. But you never know when you're inside the arena and the fire's on you. So everything changes.
It's so important, especially like you can sit here and pick people apart watching games. If you're not in the room and you know why we chose this game plan, what player is not capable or willing.
That's that Monday morning quarterback right
so
there.
It's hard.
Everybody could be that Monday morning quarterback.
You're not in the room, why we chose and why the coaches watched 100 hours of film and decided on this game plan with this group. Now, they can be wrong, but typically they did the work.
Right.
They did the work and they chose it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, but it's interesting though, because of both your teams, the way you played, the way you attacked the paint, the way that you're always threatening the front of the rim, now the game evolves and defenses are getting in the gaps. And they're saying you can skip it to player 3, 4, or 5 and we'll shift over our zone and we'll start again. But the game evolves. And I feel like that is one of the evolutions is now people are like in the gaps hard. There's no quick, I beat my guy and I can get in. It's a lot less prevalent to just have that open space.
You see how many teams are running guard-to-guard screens now. OKC won a championship essentially off of putting Shea and shooters around and making you have to decide.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to do the pick-on game, favorable matchup? Driving lanes are always there, kickouts to shooters if you need it, but just trying to create as much space as possible with decisions for the defense to have to make. I love what you said, the context of the game does matter. Like, we could freeze frame it. KD had just hit a shot. Like, okay, that everybody's antennas. Your antennas, it ain't gonna be you.
Right.
And like, I just love. That's why we play. That's why we love the game. Because every possession has some different
puzzle,
feel.
right?
So it's so much fun.
puzzle.
That's why you love the competition behind it.
What about the fitness to run around like that? Like, do you take that part serious, or is that some of that natural? Like, you mean you've been doing this for how many years now?
This is 17 now.
17 years of.
Don't you answer that question. 17 sounds great. I just said, don't you? But it was always a part of, like, to the point of being on ball, off ball, and having to do both. Like, it was always a part of, you can't, waste away down the stretch of games if that's going to be, it's a skill set, right? My conditioning is a skill set. The idea of how you train and the intensity, it doesn't mean I have to be in there for 2-3 hours on the court. It's just, if I'm in there for 45, like, what am I getting out of this 45, and how much focus, intentionality, and intensity can I put into a drill that's, again, that question, you look yourself in the mirror, like, I know that this is, transferable to a game.
Right.
It's not just...
Right. How much can I simulate this workout into a game situation?
It's just, how many can you do that over and over and over and over again? And the volume of that has carried me. So, granted, we all got to do our sprints and like raw conditioning and just, can you get that threshold high? But the actual, can I shoot when my heart rate's at 170 for, a minute straight? And can I still be accurate? Like, challenging yourself in that respect. That's game-like.
So purposeful, intense. Yeah, I guess also like part of the pain, I know you must feel this, is feeling the pain of your opponent.
Oh,
Like you can feel.
my favorite line is when somebody at the free throw line dead ball is like, yo, stop moving around so much.
Like, got him.
When somebody tell me that, I love it, like, to the point of, because something has to give, right?
Yes.
Every game, every matchup, every battle, something got to give.
I think I remember. I think it was Who was it? Oh my goodness. I forgot who it was. We was playing Indiana in 18. We was playing Indiana in 18. I think it was Thaddeus Young. And I think it was fourth quarter with like 5 minutes to go. And I had played 43 minutes. I was going with all 48. And I think I was taking the ball out and he was taking it out. He was like, "You gonna play the whole game?" I said, "I'm playing the whole game." And I looked at, he was like, he basically said, "What the fuck?" It's like the whole game.
Right.
Like I'm not tired. I'm playing the whole game. Like he was like, I was like, okay, yeah, I got it.
After 18 seasons of NBA travel spanning from Vancouver to Phoenix to Los Angeles, I know the importance of arriving ready to perform. That's why I'm excited about Emirates Premium Economy, which brings a whole new level of comfort to international travel. You know those cramped airplane seats? The wider leather seats in Premium Economy are the total opposite. They come with leg rests that support your entire leg, not just your feet. For someone who's dealt with back issues, the extra recline and ergonomic design make a real difference on those long-haul flights. As a 6'3" guy, I may not be the tallest in the locker room, but on a flight, sometimes that little extra space makes all the difference in getting out in one piece. When I first started traveling in the NBA, I thought the travel was exceptional, but things have evolved. And with Emirates, I'm not sure where they can go from here. The ergonomic seats, the space, the service, it all makes for an incredible travel experience. I can't get over how they handle meals up here. Real plates, actual metal silverware, and they're pouring sparkling wine like it's nothing. The entertainment screen is huge, and get this, being up front means you're not stuck waiting forever to get off the plane. Transform your next international journey with Emirates Premium Economy. Trust me, it's the MVP of travel experiences. Book your elevated experience at emirates.com/US. Your dad didn't have you play AAU basketball for a couple years. Big years too.
Yeah,
right?
13 to 15.
Those are big years.
Those are big years.
And what was the methodology and thought?
The story at the time, you know, growing up in Charlotte, playing AAU, I played, started at 9, played 10 and under, did 10 and under 2 years, and then played, you know, the next 3. And that was kind of the beginning. This is what, 98 to 2001, 2002. AAU was starting to like blow up, you know, teams popping up everywhere. The competition was kind of getting a little diluted, but also I was physically underdeveloped compared to some of the better kids at my age. And the kind of thought process was, am I really getting better by just getting physically like manhandled at this age? Like there's a little bit of like, you got to figure it out. Like you got to understand what physicality is. But the amount of games that we were playing and just the gap that was there, the idea was, you know, take those 2 years to really kind of hone in on a work ethic and a physical kind of maturation that could then catch me up so that by 16, going back into travel basketball, that when recruiting would start, that I'd be ready to go. I played school ball those 2 years, did, you know, training
Summer
and all that type of stuff. Went to even just going to the Y back then.
It was like man over there too. Grown man at the Y.
Grown men, dudes coming back from overseas playing in Charlotte. So I got to play against good competition. It just wasn't formalized in terms of travel ball and like, am I really getting something out of this? At the time, it was the hardest thing he could have ever told me. Like these 4 or 5 months, like you're not gonna be.
Especially in the summer, like I don't get to travel to play ball. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do for sure.
So you played 36 and hit the range.
I did become that kid. Like drop me off at the Charlotte Golf Links. It's not there anymore in Charlotte, but it was a good counter to basketball. So. You know, you tried.
My AAU coaches, y'all failed me. Coach Drew Joyce, you failed me. Do not let me play those. I could have been at the Links. I could have been at Firestone Country Club this whole time.
Right down the street.
God damn it.
I was that kid too.
Do you feel like there's a parallel from golf to basketball for you, or is it just a great release?
It's a great release. You're outside. You're with the people that you want to spend time with, but what I've found is tapping into that competitive energy without having to expend you know, yourself as you do in basketball. For me, it's most healthy, way to get away from the game, but still tap into what makes me, me.
Yeah.
You're always competing against yourself. Doesn't matter, you might lose some money games in your group or whatever, but like it's shot to shot, it's can I lock in and conquer this? And if I can't dwell on it because you gotta, you're only as good as you got the next shot coming up. And it's the same kind of mentality with basketball. Not kind of dwelling in the past or getting too down on yourself if things aren't going your way. You just got to figure it out. And that perseverance I found is a good parallel to golf too. So
like conditioning your focus.
Mm-hmm. And being able, positive self-talk. The idea of it's just you and you get so frustrated at times. It's like there's no.
Bro, if you say you get frustrated
it.
and you've been playing since you was 10, you can only imagine how I feel out here. I just started a few months ago, but I love what you said though when you was out there with Bryson. You was like, he asked you like, why do you love golf so much? You just like one word, it's intoxicating.
Yeah.
That's it, like just straight up intoxicating. Like it is. It's just I never Randy been trying to get me to play golf since I was like 18
how long?
years old.
Okay, I didn't know it was that long.
First got into the league, he was like, bro, we gotta play. I'm like, I'm not playing that slow ass corny game.
Can Randy play?
Randy was a caddy when he was like 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he said he would go out, be a caddy, and obviously when you go to they don't really want the caddies playing. He said, but some of the guys will, depending on how far the hole was from the club box or the clubhouse, they would let him go up and hit every now and then from time to time and things of that nature. And he kind of learned the game from there. He can watch it, obviously. They would tell him, how far the ball was from the pin, all from the flag, all these type of nuances of the game.
Yeah.
And he's just been in it for years and years and years. And when you get into the NBA, every team always has this little golf outing every year. So when I played with Cleveland early on, we had this golf outing. Austin Carr would be there and Larry Nance and all the guys that be there, and I would go and I would dress apart. One thing about it, I'm gonna look good out there. I'm like, I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing this. I regret it. I owe him. I already owe him a lot, but I wish I would have listened for sure.
You got time.
But I got something to do.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
You said intoxicating. So what's the lowest score you've ever had on cocktails?
It goes either way. If I'm drinking.
You get hot or you get cold?
Well, you try to find cruising altitude when you're out there. Once you get past that, it's a science. There's a science to it. I had some good rounds. We on vacations in the summer though. I got to turn off the expectations of acting like I'm out here on the PGA Tour. I'm just having a good time. To your point though, that idea of starting from scratch is something. Golf is the one thing. No matter how hard you work, you don't necessarily get that return on investment right away.
Delayed gratification.
It's whatever that J curve is. It's that. You're gonna be bad for a while, and then something's gonna click. And then you'll see the consistency start. And then it's all right, now I'm how do I actually, score on a round, round to round. All right, now how can I get a little bit more creative on short game stuff? Oh, now I see the whole, but now strategy. I need to hit it here, then be able to attack. That's why it's a game for life, and it's so much fun once you get through that initial frustration of if I spend 4 or 5 hours out here, I might not get that much better right now. Be able to have something to show for it, but it's all gonna pay.
One thing I want to ask you about is, I want to get into a leadership conversation with you guys, but one thing I want to ask you about, having been around you a bunch, is you're always the same every day. And I don't know if this is true, but I want to talk through pressure because, maybe I'll start by saying because your dad played in the league, does the league not feel so big to you?
It still does.
It still does.
But it helped the initial shock factor, for sure. I've been in locker rooms, I've gone on a couple road trips and seen, how the team moves and all that. I got to see how my dad interacted with, coaching staff, other players, staff in the locker room, around the arena, around the team. All those type of things. Even fans at times when we were at dinner, in Charlotte growing up, people come over, interrupting dinner. I got to see how he handled those moments. Obviously, he played in a different era, and 100 times what he experienced, but that shock factor, I think, was kind of neutralized because I've been around it, but it's still surreal. Like, none of this makes any sense.
No.
But you come in every day with a smile on your face. Like, I think it's really important, like, for fans to understand how valuable that is.
Yeah.
When your best player is just, like, happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Every day.
That's a gift.
But also, like, the hardest worker.
Yeah.
Like, the most intense, purposeful, routine-oriented, focused. But then, like, you could be right in the middle of focus and someone could yell something funny across the gym and you just start dying laughing. Like, the balance is insane. Like, can you, I don't know how to.
No, it's my personality. Like, I find fun in everything. To your point, I have the killer instinct behind the smile. Like, I want to win every game. But I'm gonna have fun. My faith has a big part of it. I'm super grateful knowing, like, none of this makes sense. I know I worked hard. I know I was given a gift, but like, why? Like, what is this? This doesn't make sense to me. And I try to, like, rationalize with that every single day. And so I don't want to ever lose that gratitude for what I get to do. And then out of that, like, basketball is fun to me. Like, this job there's challenges all over the place. We feel it especially when you're leading a team and franchise and trying to win. And when you play well and when you don't, it's coming back to you. Like, you have to be able to embrace that, but basketball is still fun to me. Like, when I'm out on the court, happy place.
Yeah.
If I lose that, then it's probably time to quit.
For sure. Said that.
But I don't know what. I guess there's a part of it too that's a little bit of intentionality. Like, don't let.
Yeah.
Like, you have to address stuff that happens. Life is unfair at times, and there's a lot of things that you're balancing in all the different roles we play as a man. But I try not to allow that to creep in on the sanctity of, like, basketball, because I know, like, it's not going to be around forever.
The way you guys have handled your lives and careers and balance is as impressive as your games. But I just, honestly, the way your spirit, energy, like, the way he comes in every day, like, it's almost more impressive than your game. Like, someone could be in the storm every day. Everyone's looking at you every day. How's he come in? People stop looking now because they know they know what they're going to get. Like, that's just a remarkable skill or talent. Tell us about leadership. Like, what's your thoughts and like, what is your belief in a leadership role?
Yeah, everybody has their different style. We all know that. Like, I was never the loudest kind of voice in the room, and it took me a while to kind of develop not just the confidence, but you talk about the skill set of, like, your presence, like the skill set of timely messages, how to get people's attention, how an audience in the locker room can kind of relate to what you're saying, how you're saying it, what you're trying to get out of them. Like, all that's been built over time. I'm still learning to this day. I've been grateful to have different personalities around me that fulfill a different job as well. Like, Draymond, for me, in that sense, has been the fire that we need on a daily basis, where he'll tell you don't know what you get when you're coming in every day, but you need that to get you through, the times where you need a little spark. Like, we need somebody to say F you, like, whoever's in that other locker room, like, create an enemy. Like, that's not my necessary nature, but that's his. And then I can bring it back to saying, all right, let's not go over, like, when our emotions can't get the best of us, we have to kind of find that balance. And that tug of war has always been great. Over these last 14 years with him, with Steve, like, in our locker room, his leadership he's the most personable, like, see the human first type of guy that I've ever met. And he always leads with that in terms of the conversations he's trying to have and how he leads. So we all have different styles. We've made space for all of those different voices over time, and that's the only way this thing has worked for as long as it has. And nobody's asked anybody to really change. It's just, we all know, what we bring to the table, and there's value in that. So that's all been an amazing experience and something we'll talk about forever, just how we were able to put all this together.
Yeah. You've become more vocal.
No, for sure.
What was that transition like? Is it just
do it. And,
natural?
Yeah.
Did you feel like I had to?
Yeah.
Or did you it just naturally started?
There's definitely an element of that when Mark Jackson was the first guy that really kind of lit that fire in me. He went out on a branch on his own. And when he called me and Clay the best, shooting backcourt duo in the league, and we were, year 5 and 3 at the time or something like that. He created expectations. So in order to live that on the court, like everything that happens, we were doing it, but everything that happens behind the scenes in terms of the team culture and leadership, like now there's a sense of urgency on everything. So that was like the first kind of, put the battery in your pack, like, and become more vocal there. My style still is more like I'll do if we need to have the team, only meetings, player only meetings. If we need that rah-rah, like, the movie type, like I need that speech type thing. But mostly mine's kind of trying to connect on the one-to-one to know everybody has a different style. Every player is different. I know some people I might need to, give just a little lean and show, like, yo, how you doing today? Like that type of thing. Or some guys I might need to just say everything and don't let them even speak and just walk off. Yeah. Like that type of thing. You just kind of learn that over time. Yeah. Again, I haven't mastered that at all. Like I'm still learning that part of, to the point, how you lead by example, how you show up every day, that does matter. But you do need to, hearing him, give speeches and talks last summer, everything was timely and everything mattered and then like memorable in terms of the journey. Every time we brought it in after practice or after a game, like he kind of was able to capture the moment. And that's a skill set that is different than the way that I approach it. And so, everybody has their kind of unique way of leading, and that's pretty dope about this opportunity.
The American Express Platinum Card is now better than ever, with updated benefits to help you unlock unforgettable experiences. You can access the largest global airport lounge network and global hotel program with a suite of benefits, as compared to other credit card programs. Plus, with dining benefits at over 10,000 US Resi restaurants and exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide, Platinum membership means you can turn ordinary into the extraordinary. There's nothing like having an escape from the airport crowds. And with Amex Platinum, you're able to gain access to their network of global airport lounges. For me, it's just great to get a quiet corner, to do some work, to maybe chill out a little bit before I get home to the craziness. But obviously, getting to a lounge in an airport just kind of makes the trip a little bit more seamless. With an array of premium travel, dining, and entertainment benefits, all backed by American Express's award-winning service, Platinum membership brings experiences to a whole new level. It's true what they say, there's nothing like Platinum. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withplatinum. And now over to our director, Jason, for a word from another one of our partners.
Thank you to our partner, DraftKings. NBA fans, we are a month in, and the season is officially rolling. By now, the early hype is starting to look very real. Rookies are proving they belong. Stars are heating up, and every night someone's going off. From breakout performances to statement wins, it already feels like we're in mid-season form. It's only November. And we've teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook, where you can bet on the stars. Right now, all new customers who bet $5 get 3 months of NBA League Pass complimentary of DraftKings, and get $200 if your bet wins. Paid in bonus bets when you sign up using code MIND. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers the unmatched intensity of hoops right to your fingertips. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on star player props and in-progress games right as they happen. Get in on the action now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code MIND to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Plus, 3 months of NBA League Pass. The crown is yours.
So you guys finally play together this summer, last summer in the Olympics, and your leadership styles mesh.
Perfect.
I mean, first question, was it great to welcome him to the Olympics 4 or 5 games later? 36 holes a day.
You know what's funny? We'd be at practice, and D Book would be like, And then Ant, you hear Ant. Yeah. All right, now we waiting on one of them Steph games. And Book would be like, oh, it's coming. Yeah. It's coming. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I can see it.
You remember when I was doing the interview against, is that Brazil? No, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, yeah. Puerto Rico, yep.
I was doing an interview with one of our local Bay Area guys, and they asked me that question, like, yo, your numbers, your shots, you feel like one of your marquee games is coming? And I was like, yeah, I'm just staying patient. I think and he was just walking by right when I said it. Hell yeah, it is. And they wrote the dude heard it, and I started dying. The timing couldn't have been any better. That's the only part he heard. Yeah. The whole interview.
All right, we said, all right, cut. That's all we need.
But it's got to be tricky though. Like you guys bringing the best players in the league. You come together like
in
luckily,
a short period of time.
Yeah,
for sure.
You don't even know sometimes who's getting on the plane with injuries. Like you got a couple guys drop out, and you guys have to find a way that the room feels right.
Right, and the difference between obviously the biggest difference, like on the court, is that your usage rate is not chopped in half. It's chopped like 3/4.
Right.
You know, we all have the ability to, if we have a bad first quarter or a bad first half, we can figure it out in the second half.
Sure.
You know, we know that the ball's gonna find us. We know the ball's gonna be in our hands. We know, plays gonna be called. You're playing one with 8 less minutes. You're going from a 48-minute game to a 40-minute game, and that's you don't realize until you playing in those games how fast those 10-minute quarters go. Yeah. Them things is rapid fire. But just like the usage rate thing, man, and it's like, sometimes it's hard to get into a rhythm.
Yep.
So the benefit we had, you don't always have to be in a rhythm. Mm-hmm. You don't always have to be in a rhythm because you look to your left, you're like, okay, all right, he got it tonight, or so what can I do that can still impact winning? And that was our mindset. And like obviously we knew he was like being super hard on himself. Like, what the fuck? Like we knew we could see.
You were feeling it a little bit?
No, for sure.
We could see it after practice.
First Olympics, like, you don't want to be the guy that is a context of numbers, to your point. Like it's not, you can't compare it to, but you don't want to be the guy that underperforms in a certain moment that could dictate whether we win or lose, especially in that locker room.
Yeah. We've seen it after every practice. He was on his ass. He was on his ass. Yes. And we was like, it's coming. Here we go. It's coming.
And boy, did it come.
Oh man. Avalanche.
One of the funnest, as a Canadian, I say this, one of the funnest basketball moments in the semifinal.
My best 10 minutes ever.
Yeah.
I was like a kid, off my couch, fist pump.
It's one of the best games I ever played in my life.
I was like, what am I watching right now? You felt it in the moment?
I felt the panic at the end of the third quarter when old buddy hit and 1-3. Mm-hmm. It was like, I'm 15.
What's that like?
I'm counting the minutes because to your point, how fast, like you felt how fast the games were, and you're like, 10.
And when it got like under 8, like under 7 in the fourth, and I'm like, yo, if we
what were you down under 7?
Probably was 8 to 10.
8 to 10 probably still.
After KD hit the 3 and then Book hit the inbound 3. That's when it changed. But it was double digits to that point.
Double digits.
We was like, what are we? Come on now. So it ain't go time. It's just like emergency. Like this is like the president cracking the glass.
Right.
Like okay, like come on now.
DEFCON 5.
Yeah.
But like you were great. You carried the team through large stretches. You were awesome. The whole tournament, like devastating in transition, all that stuff. But like, what the fuck was that? Like were you like, I'm hot? Were you like, this is the moment? Did it all come together? Like, you were making ridiculous shots.
First quarter against Serbia in the semifinals, there was a moment where it was like, everything was a little tough. They were playing out of their mind. And then I found a couple openings. I missed my first 3. We got an offensive rebound and kicked it back to the right wing, and I made the second, the 2 for $1. And at that point, you're like, all right, that's when you start to feel the energy. Like maybe if I get a couple good looks, I'm starting to feel it. And they just came and pin downs were on time, transition, finding me in the corner. Like everything and I was capitalizing and kept us in it to the point then that fourth quarter, just give us a chance. And man, like 10 minutes of perfect basketball.
Perfect.
Except offensive rebounds. We couldn't get a rebound.
Yeah, we could not get a.
We couldn't get a defensive rebound. But other than that, it was perfect basketball on both ends. Everybody had their moment. Everybody, playing, the ass off, and just the idea, like, it took everything out of us to get it. Serbia played an A+ game.
Yeah.
A+.
A+. They still wondering how the hell they lost. For sure.
For real.
Yeah.
We felt all of that.
And then the final, the closing. I mean, the closing was insane. Like, you carried over, obviously, that kind of, you felt now, okay, now I'm here and I'm rolling. But like, what's it like in those moments when you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna mess around, I'm just gonna pull. I'm just gonna pull from like 28.
There was no thought to it. I remember the conversation we had. They had just cut it to 3. Wemby hit the putback, and I'm like, yo, you get the ball, I'm coming to set a screen for you. I actually wanted him go downhill, maybe get to the free throw line, like at least settle us down, because I know he's great at that, just from the killing momentum for a second. When he threw that pass, like, muscle memory just took over. Like, I couldn't even tell you what I was thinking. No, I saw Yabusele like bite on it on the left jab, and once you see that, it's just reactionary, and you make it. Like to the point, you're just living with it. And then from there, we had intentionality on the possession. Didn't mean I was gonna get every shot, but it just like we'll get organized and settle the tempo down, and obviously they all have to go in, but. I'm still laughing at the picture. you and Katie over there with you.
Oh, you talking about when you was quadruple team? I can't believe you froze us out like that. Just and shot that crazy shit.
I still laugh.
But Kev, you had the ball. There was 2 on you, and you looked at him, and he was like,
he threw it back.
He was like,
he threw it back,
and then I just like, I gotta get something going. And,
oh my goodness.
And I just saw this right.
We both over there like, oh my goodness. NBA Jam, bro. NBA Jam. We all play NBA Jam.
In your mind, like, I'm serious, because I love to understand if you can express this. Like, in those moments, what do you feel? Like, are you now not even thinking now? You are instinctively playing basketball.
Yeah, the last
you
one.
You just see the rim.
The first one was, again, the conversation, like, I'm gonna set a screen for you. He made the play, I reacted, whatever. The second one, Batum, he hesitated for a half a second.
Half a second, yep.
And I got him.
Got him quick pump, yep.
And then the third one was great basketball. The third one, I got trapped, swing the book, baseline drive. That's like practice.
Yep.
And then it just happens that's like the follow through of like really good possessions after 3 minutes of horrible possessions. Like, it was just, everybody was just in flow state, and I'm obviously the one, finishing the play, but it was just great basketball. The last one, whatever, that was.
He didn't see the rim on the last one. What night time, everybody? It's time to go to bed.
I forgot about the rest of the time.
I lost my mind.
Yeah.
I lost my mind.
Play defense the next 2 possessions.
No.
The party had started.
By the way,
He thought a timeout happened after the last one. He ran down the whole right side, went around the baseline, looked at our teammates on the bench. I'm like, yo, we got a guard still, bro. Like,
Sally was right at the top. Then he got the rebound.
Yeah.
Then he
book
passed.
Yeah.
Live past the book.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
You almost tricked it off with the celly.
I covered some ground.
Yeah, he covered some ground. Bro, I'm telling you, it's one of the best experiences. Like, it was everything. People like ask me all the time, like, finally got an opportunity to play with Steph. Like, what was it? I was like, everything and more. Like, it was perfect. First person I text.
Exactly. I was about to say that.
He's the first person I text when I was trying to assemble the team, whatever. It's first person I text. I said, bro. He said, good willing. Injuries. I'm good injury wise. That's the plan. I said, say no more. Mm-hmm. Say no more.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's how it started.
What do you think? This is how old are you guys now? You're 40.
Yeah.
37.
I'll be 41 in a
month and a half.
Yeah, bro.
You think you got an LA Olympics? When is that? Is that the next one?
28.
You already know my answer. So you don't even that. I will be watching it from comments.
You did plenty of Olympics.
Yes, man.
You think you might?
is the opposite answer of what I told him last year. It's like, God willing, I still have the choice and the physical option to be like, I could actually impact the team. Never say never, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I'd love to be a part of the movement.
We can't top what we just
You can't
did
top
last
that.
night. How
That's
we
the
gonna
thing,
top those
right?
last 2 games?
That's the top.
And just the moment, like just we can't top those last 2 games, man. Like we can't.
It's
Those last
crazy.
2. We literally played France and Paris for the final.
The finals.
You know, like that. It would have been like in 08, like during the Redeem team, if you'd have played China in the final.
Right, and playing to you guys especially, the place must have been.
Oh, it was great. They had all the chants. They had the songs going.
You know, they had beat Canada. They, you know, they was excited to play them, but it was conversation like, oh shit, Canada gonna be in the Final Four. You know, and they went in there and beat up on Canada.
They did.
They needed you, man. You had to shave that nerve down, man.
They did not need the 51-year-old PG playing zone. I got the corner.
You got the corner, man. I got the quick outlet. It's right there.
Hot potato. You know what randomly just popped in my head? Was it true that you used to read tweets at halftime when you weren't playing well?
I did that. I'm not proud of it, but it was a fun time.
Well, I think it was amazing.
There's just too many phones in the locker room now. I enabled the younger generation to be like, you find motivation from anywhere. But yeah, it was like a 2-year stretch.
So wait, walk me through. What are you thinking?
It's only when I was playing bad. So if I was, tripping, not in rhythm, shooting horrible, whatever, I go get a little motivation. So it's like maybe 4 quick scrolls, find something, all right. And then coach would walk in.
I'm ready. That's amazing.
The one thing where I was messing around is a journalist named Kareth Burke who does stuff for NBC, and she heard about it. This was how before it became a thing, and she tweeted me at halftime, like, if you're reading this, do an airplane celebration after you make your next 3.
Don't tell me you did the airplane.
It was in Cleveland, and I hit the joint.
That's amazing. That's amazing. There's only one Stephen Curry. There's only one.
That's only one. There will only ever be one.
I'll forever tell that story. That joke was hilarious. It was like only her knowing the ins and outs is like a beat on the team. Like,
you're crying.
I'm just having a blast out there.
That's awesome.
That's so good. So good.
Keep minding the game.
Yeah. You see how hard we mind that game already?
By the way, you see the shit that they doing?
Yeah.
You see that?
With the coaches?
ESPN with the coaches and shit?
It's good, I liked it. Well, wait till you see what Amazon Prime's doing. Thanks for watching Mind the Game. New episodes drop every other Tuesday. Remember to like, subscribe, or follow wherever you're watching.